Hi everyone, welcome to part 3 of this series of, what did I call it? Floral designs. They all look like they're growing out of the ground, which I think is really lovely. We're going to be doing this third one today. This is from Small Victories by Johanna Basford, just in case you are joining in the middle of the series. And all the other two above that you can just about see have been done on a video, so you can go back and have a look if you haven't managed to catch those. And I am using the Derwent Chromaflow pencils, but I only have a very limited amount, so you should hopefully be able to substitute for other sets if you don't have these. Now we are going to start with these rather pretty flowers, and we're going to use a colour we haven't used yet on this page, which is the blush pink. I think it's rather sweet. I'm not going to be doing the centres yet though, I'm just going to do the petals. I want to see how they look and then I'll decide on what colour to do the middle. So I'm layering it up quite a lot near the centre and then reducing it as I come towards the edge, like that. And we'll do the same all the way through. I rather like this sort of pink. It's more on the orange side or salmon side compared with sort of a fuchsia type pink, which is a very pinky pink, and I prefer a more reddy orangey pink personally, but obviously which colours we like is a very personal thing. I was looking at doing this one the same as these three, but I'm just having a look at the leaves. See, these leaves here are the same as those leaves there. These are the same, just a bit smaller, but this one is completely different. So I think I'm going to do this particular flower in a different way. And I need to keep remembering that I've just told you that, because knowing me, I might forget and just colour it this colour anyway. Yeah, forgetful. Yeah, I was so forgetful this morning. Husband was saying, remember we were watching that programme on so-and-so, that film about something, and we decided this. That I was like, no. And I still, after all this time, have no recollection of what film he was on about. I now have a vague idea of a conversation we had about it, but I don't remember watching. Maybe he watched it and talked to me about it, or maybe my memory is just completely wiped that whole thing. It's a bit strange, but he gets really panicked when he can't remember things. I'm just going back over these centre bits so that we can see the contrast between the middle of the flower and the edge of the petals. Yeah, he gets really worried when he can't remember things, but I don't really. I don't remember everything, and I also know that I've got a lot going on, and sometimes I don't think my brain can cope with all the input. If you know what I mean. I am going to try this salmon for the flower centre. It's a really pale colour though. It might not work, but I'm just going to give it a go. I just want to try something a bit different. You know, I think if I cover that with some white dots, I think it'll work. So I'm just going to put down quite a thick layer. Yeah. Now it's very tempting to do this the same, because the centre and the outside part are really similar to these, but if you look carefully, these have got 4 petals, this one's got 5, so it's a different flower. So we're going to do that one in a different colour. I think I'll do all the flowers first actually. Now in between those two we need these. I want something that sort of matches, so I don't want like a blue. What is it, blue? Oh, excuse me, yawning. I think the denim blue might actually work better. I was thinking maybe a purple, but because it's an orangey salmony pink, there's a strawberry we could use, the sort of red. Might be a bit too similar, but I think I might use the denim, which I've got in my hand, for the sort of bluebells. So let's make the tops of them quite dark and then fade that colour down towards the little tips. When I try and draw these, because in Johanna's got a couple of drawing books, hasn't she? When I try and draw these, they always end up looking like toes. They look very, very odd, and yet Johanna's just look perfect. I mean, obviously she's had a bit more practice than me, but no, I think I'm also massively critical of my own drawing. I think more so than my colouring. I mean, obviously I'm not as good at drawing as colouring. I don't think I'm good at all, to be honest. But, so this is the scarlet for this flower. And I'm going to colour it using the same sort of method, so try and make it more intense here and a bit lighter towards the tip. But I think also when I was at school and doing art, my drawing teacher used to laugh at my drawing, and it stays with you, doesn't it? And whereas, although if I could copy something that was there, I could do better. So we had two particular instances when I could actually draw. We had to draw our own shoe. So we took our shoe off and put it up on the easel, and then drew it with a graphite pencil and shaded in all the light and dark. And I could do that. And then we had another one where we had a squashed tin can, and we had some chalk pastels, and we had to copy and draw that using it. And I could do that too, because I can copy things better than just make them up, because I can't visualize. So if someone says to me, can you bring up a picture of X in your head, I struggle so much. For some things I can't do it at all. I'm going to make the centre of this one in the blush pink, because these were a lighter tone. I'm going to make this one. So it looks similar to those, but not the same. I'm happy with that idea. I've got these two here. Should I go magenta or lilac or a lighter blue? See, a blue would match the bluebells, but maybe it's a bit boring. And what colour am I going to do the best with? Okay, I'm going to do magenta. I'm not going to spend too long pondering. My son's just said that his lecturer doesn't know how to use YouTube. He's going mad. He's going, my lecturer can't use YouTube. Oh dear. I assume they're trying to show them a video and can't find it or something. It's all very well, but when you're sitting at home doing it, it's very different to when you're sitting in front of a class of students, isn't it? Anyway. I always do like to be able to have a bit of a moan to me when they're in class. I think it's good. I like being able to, you know, support them. This is basil. And I'm going to use Mr. Basil for these teeny tiny leaves on these to start with. I'm not going to worry about mixing in any other colour. I am just checking I'm doing it right. Now, yeah, pondering. Grass green next. I'm going to use the grass green for these, but I'm going to use it there and then just try and taper it off a bit like that, because it's going to be another colour on the tip. We're going to do something maybe a little bit unusual, quirky. I don't even know if it's going to work, but we'll give it a try. You can watch and see first and decide if you like it. Yeah, he's doing sort of history of money and accountancy module. I thought he'd like it because he likes history, but he doesn't seem to like it. Oh, it's a big gust of wind all of a sudden. On the tips of these leaves, I'm going to use a little bit of scarlet. Now, these, I wanted to sort of try and match it in with the flowers, but this blush pink is a little bit too pale. So I'm just going to put just a tiny bit there, and it'll look brown because it's mixing with the green, and I just think it'll give us a slightly different look to our leaves, because you know, with only having 3 greens, we're going to end up on this page with everything the same otherwise. Of course, you don't have to do this if you don't like it, but I think that's quite fun. Yeah. Now the centre one, we could do a little base of raisin and then put some green on top. So I'm going to do it quite lightly because I don't want them going too dark. I'm going to do it fairly evenly, well, as evenly as I can manage. And it looks too red, and that's fine because I want it to match. Like these, I use red, but I'm going to use the grass green on top, so it'll be a similar-ish colour, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, it's gone a bit foliage-like, hasn't it? Quite olivey. I'm just putting this on evenly as well because it's got to sort of mix together. They don't really blend in the way that a smushy Prisma would. They just layer on top of each other. So you can see sort of both colours. In the same way that you get with the polychromos, but it does look different, so that's good. Now this one, the blue one, I want quite dark. Oh, I know. I can use the denim a little bit on the leaves. Bear with me. She's going mad. What's she doing? Blue leaves. Oh, what is she doing? Bear with me. It'll work. I have confidence in this particular idea. I'm going to make it a little bit darker here. Now I'm going to use my grass green. I want green on the little top of this, and these are going to be this green, so we've got a bit of a contrast so we can see it. But these, we're going to put the green on top of the blue. It'll just give us a darker green, but not as dark as the one, the basil. So it's just got a little bit of a different colour going on. There we go. Now our butterflies. Now I'm going to use the platinum for their bodies, and then think about the wings. Now I do like a turquoise butterfly and an orange butterfly, and I've already done one of each of those, so I need to do something different, but it does need to stand out from what we've done already. So I'm thinking maybe a plain blue. I might just grab this light blue and do them in that. I want them to match because they look the same, and I think blue will go well with this selection of colours, and as I say, it's a little bit different. It's fairly similar to the turquoise because, well, the turquoise we used turquoise, blue and yellow, didn't we? A big mix of colours. But this one is, because they're little, they're just going to be the same colours. Okay, now we're going to get a white pen and just do a few details. So we've got our Jelly Roll 8 because I want something that I can draw with. I'm going to put a little white dot in the corner of the top of each of our butterfly wings. Going to go all the way around here. I don't know if these pencils bleed into white. I'm hoping they don't now. Remember I said lots of white dots on here. And the same on here. It's fun, isn't it? Dot, dot, dot. I find it fun anyway. A little dot in the top corner of the butterfly's wings. Just, I think I'm going to put 3 at the top, and then 1 in each of the little loops. I don't know what to call them. There we go. Put a few more here actually. Now obviously when you're dotting you want enough so you can see, but you don't want so many that it just covers the colour underneath completely, or I should might as well just have left it white or coloured it all white. Let me just look. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So that is another one done. This page is going far too quickly, but anyway, I am enjoying it, and that's probably why. Yeah, it's nice to get back to doing a few flowers again. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe and comment if you can. I do appreciate it. Yes, thank you for watching. Have a super day and happy colouring.